Hey guys, so it's Elle here and I'm here with Giovanna and we are at the Woodstock Fruit Festival 2015.
Yes.
And if you want to check out RAWVANA'S channel, Giovanna, but RAWVANA on Instagram and YouTube, I will leave all the links down below and down here. Yes. And I'm going to be interviewing Giovanna today about how she came into raw veganism and also how she got a following on Instagram, YouTube, how she edits her photos and what you guys can do to do it too.
Yes.
So yeah, first of all, we'll start off, how did you get into raw veganism?
Hey guys, well, I'm Giovanna, but some people know me as RAWVANA, and I got into veganism about 2.5 years ago. When it was my New Year's resolution for 2013 that I was gonna stop drinking alcohol for 3 months. So I stopped drinking like for a month, and then I started feeling like these detox symptoms from like not drinking, because I cut off cigarettes, coffee, and alcohol, and like all partying and stuff. And I was feeling like anxious and just like very low and almost like depressed. So just not in a good place. I felt kind of lost, like what's my purpose in life, and having these questions. So my dad recommended that I go to this place called Optimum Health Institute in San Diego, which is a raw vegan detox place. And I was there for 2 weeks and I was eating all raw foods. I was just introduced into the raw food lifestyle, and I was learning about the raw food, just the benefits of eating raw, and I learned that you can get all your protein without eating meat, and I was feeling amazing, not only physically but emotionally and mentally. And mentally too, and spiritually too. I was just feeling like a new person, so that really motivated me to keep going. And I got educated, like I just started reading so many books and started watching YouTube videos, and it just inspired me even more to keep going. So just basically ever since then, I never turned back. And ever since then I've been eating raw. So I love it. Yes.
So what were you starting your meals out? Like, what was the regular day when you first started and you came to raw veganism? Like, how'd you adapt to that lifestyle?
So the first few months, the first 2 months, I actually didn't know about the high carb, low fat raw veganism. I knew about the high fat, so I was doing a lot of green juices, lots of green juices, salads. I was doing some fruit, but not a lot of fruit. And I think at the beginning it was good because I was just really detoxing my body. And I find that green juices are really good too for some people that are starting off, because they might be just malnourished, and there's so many minerals in just one green juice. So for a lot of people it really benefits them, and that's how it did for me. And then eventually I read the 80-10-10 diet book, and that's when I knew about the high carb, low fat raw veganism, and I tried it and I fell in love. I said, wow, like now I can really stick to this diet. And then I feel like I decided, like, I never want to go back.
Never want to go back?
Yeah.
Same with me, like, never wanted to go back. Just how good you feel on the
Exactly.
inside.
Yeah.
Like, both mentally and physically. And you're socially more enjoyable to be around, and uplifting.
Yes.
So, and then you documented all this through your Instagram and YouTube and developed quite a rapid following.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell the guys on how you developed your channel and how you developed your Instagram?
Of course. So yes, ever since the beginning I started documenting everything, and I think you did so too.
Yes.
So I started just taking pictures of my food that I was eating and of like my body, of how it was changing. And it all began on Instagram because I already had an Instagram and I always loved it. And I would use the hashtags. So at the beginning, I still use the hashtags, but I would use hashtags, and then people would find me through the hashtags, and they would start following me and liking my pictures. So that like motivated me even more to make them prettier or just do more pictures. And I also had a blog as well. So I opened up a blog spot, and I would write on my blog. And I initially started my blog in Spanish because I saw that there was a lot of information on this in English, but not enough in Spanish. So I started in Spanish, and I guess slowly I just started gaining a following more on Instagram and my blog. And then at the time I was living in Mexico City, but I was thinking of doing YouTube videos. Yes. So I started in January, and this was like in March, April that I was starting to think about doing YouTube videos. And you know, when you're just open, when you put an intention out into the world, like if you it responds to you. So I went back to live to San Diego, and this guy contacted me, my friend, and he's like, hey, like I love your page, I love your Facebook, and I want to do a YouTube video with you. My wife, she has a makeup channel, and his wife had 150,000 subscribers at the time. Yeah. And she said that she wants to do a video with you and she wants to interview you. And so I did a video with her, with the makeup girl. And then when I did the video, I was like, oh my gosh, I want to do videos too.
You just had a love for it.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, can you help me do a video? And he said, yes, of course I can help you. So he helped me make my first YouTube video, because I honestly didn't know like anything about YouTube, and I was editing nothing. And so my parents have always been super supportive with me on everything that I do. And so they saw all the good things that were happening to me, all the benefits that I was gaining from this lifestyle. They saw how passionate I was about this, and that I also went to like get just more information on this. I went to Living Light Institute, and you know, they have like programs and certifications, and I was just looking for like anything that I could find to like certify or just learn more about the raw food lifestyle. And so they said, you know, we'll support you if you need help with your videos. So they did that.
That's the same with my parents.
Yeah.
They're very supportive and loving and caring. But it doesn't mean we're spoiled. It just means we just have supportive parents that maybe didn't come from something back when they were younger. They want to provide the best for us. So that is why.
Yes. So that's how it began. And so the first video that I had, like from one day to the next, I already had like 4,000 subscribers in my Spanish YouTube channel, because the makeup girl gave me a shout out through her video. Yeah. And that's how I got like kind of like a good following at the beginning. And he started like helping me with my videos ever since the beginning. That's why they look like more professional and stuff. And I just kept doing videos, and I just kept doing Instagram posts. And I think one of the things that's very important, consistent. Be consistent and just keep learning, you know, and getting more information. Listen to your followers. I would answer questions. I still answer questions, of course. And I, you know, answer their questions through YouTube videos, and just be really in contact with them. I think that's really helped too. And so
positive criticism. Yes. So take what everyone says, but take it with a grain of salt. Like, people are going to be nasty on the internet. You can't let people tear you down, because once you become big, people are always going to have something negative to say about the way you live.
Exactly.
So you just can't let that affect you.
No.
But you've done really well with that, and
thank you.
Look how far you've come and where you are today. Like a bright, lovely life.
Yeah. So that's basically it. I just kept going with my passion, staying consistent, and I mean, that's like what I've done, just making YouTube videos, and
So what?
So my pictures on Instagram.
What do you use to edit?
To edit them, I honestly edit them sometimes just on Instagram. Yeah. Just on Instagram. I'll sometimes use like the photos. You know how in the new iPhone you can edit the photos. So one of the things that I really like to use, especially, is like brightness, because there's settings. So I'll go to like custom editing. I'll use brightness. I'll lower the shadows. It's very important to use sunset lighting. So all of my pictures, I try to take them at sunset lighting outside, and I'll do the brightness, the shadows. I'll add saturation to it, because saturation just really makes the colors pop. Yeah. I'll do a little bit of contrast, maybe some warmth, if the day is cool. And I think that's basically it. And maybe a little bit of sharpness, but not too much. Yeah. So if you go to the Instagram settings for custom, you'll see all of those there. And so saturation really helps. Just kind of like setting up a nice pretty plate. I really like to, it's like my meditation time. So just use colors, like using fruits and vegetables that are very colorful really helps too. And
just appealing to the audience.
Exactly.
And we were speaking about this the other night. When we're setting up our plates, it is really mindful to us, and we put so much effort and thought into it that we really care about it. We put so much love into our food.
Exactly.
That when other people are speaking to us around us, we cannot hear them.
I know.
Because we are so into the, like, we are getting the perfect photo and setting it up for you guys. And it looks pretty.
Exactly.
But it's like a meditation almost. It's really relaxing and grounding.
Super relaxing.
So, and I edit my photos the same way.
Oh, okay.
Both on the Instagram, using all the little nodules and the brightness, saturation, and just things like that.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
and I take my pictures with my phone.
Yeah, and look how good they come out.
Yeah, yours. Yeah. So it's not like that
fancy.
No, it's not Photoshop. I have no idea how to use Photoshop.
Yeah, you're like me. I'm like such a noob when it comes to technology. I'm like photo editing, video editing. I'm an iMovie. Yeah. I have Final Cut, but I just don't know how to use it.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Oh, thank you, Ellen.
So that's pretty much how Yovana developed her YouTube following and created Instagram photos and how she came to the lifestyle.
Yeah, so, and I do everything in English and Spanish.
Yeah, so check out her channel. And I'll have all the links down below to her Instagram and YouTube and stuff like that. So just thank you for the interview today. And
thank you,
I'm so honoured that I had the chance to meet you.
I am too. So grateful. You're such a beautiful girl. She's amazing, you guys.
I love you.
I love you too.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Bye.
Bye.